So the lanes are shaped up sort of what was predicted. Throw up the last hits. Mid lane, I expect it to be more or less a draw. Bottom lane should be in favor of Puck. Magnus has a very hard time harassing Puck because he can phase shift shockwaves pretty easily. Now top lane is going to be fairly interesting. It depends on how the first initiation goes, because Wraith King has very limited mana, so it makes him a mediocre offensive tri-lane hero. And it depends on how dedicated they or how good they are at their first levels of initiation. Right now, the Radiant has set their tone. Like, you can see that they're very good shackle from Cameral. And this is most likely a kill if they can just... Yep, there it is. Actually, Zion didn't even need to use open wounds there. He saved his skill point to see what was going to happen. But yeah, this really sets the tone. You can tell from just early on how scared Dire was to farm. Like, that the Radiant was going to get that kill, or at least they were winning the lane. So now that the lane has, the creep equilibrium has like pushed toward the tower, we can see how the Dire will respond to this. In the mid lane, we see Viper actually doing really well against the OD. Just up a little bit, but Magnus is also doing really well. Keeping even with Puck actually a little bit ahead. So we'll see how quickly Magnus gets his Blink Dagger. I think that's going to be really huge because, like I said earlier, the Dire really depend on their teamfight ability. So we see a Radiant pull here, which is going to deny the Dire even more experience, which is one of the reasons why Radiant offlane is much stronger than Dire offlane. And we see some rotations going on. We see Sand King rotating down. Magnus taking mid. And Luna moving to the bottom lane.
No.
I'm not sure how this is going to work out. Sand King might be waiting for the courier. But the thing is, because Viper has not bought his boots, so they think maybe... But they're going on this Viper. Let's see how this goes. If he has corrosive skin, he should be able to make it out. No, he's dead. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Is he going to... Oh. Yeah, that corrosive skin, yeah. So if he has 1 point, it's just so inconvenient. Oh. Nice temp, but that might be a little unnecessary since Pitch Black almost certainly got away. Yeah. So we have up here now, it's going to be Magnus against Lifestealer. The supports are smoked. I like this response. They're going to catch them completely off guard. Here comes the stun from the Wraith King. This is going to be they're just completely choked out here. And Puck jaunted to the rune, so OD and Luna are going to make their escape. They minimized their casualties. They only lost the Sand King and the Disruptor, so just the supports. Certainly not game-changing, especially with a lineup that's so focused on team fight. The Radiant shouldn't get overconfident because this is definitely not the stage at which their lineup peaks. Hopefully we get to see some stacks done in the jungle for Sand King so he can get a quick Blink Dagger to recover from this. Top of CS charts is Zion on his Lifestealer. Lifestealer's pretty good against Magnus, although he is vulnerable to a skewer, so if you're low on life like this and also low on mana, you can't dodge his shockwaves, so we'll see. Although this Magnus is auto-crowing, right? Yep. So that will get really rough for Lifestealer when that battle code kicks in. But now now it becomes a tri-lane versus tri-lane on the bottom lane. So the Sand King went 2 points in the Burrow Strike, which indicate that he's not planning to do stacks. We have 2 points into Glimpse and 1 into Kinetic Field. This is generally a build if you're going for ganks, and whereas Thunderstrike is at least 1 point in Thunderstrike is really good for laning or just harassing a solo offlaner. So we see if we look at the levels, we see that right now the Radiant are slightly ahead. They have 2 people at level 5 and only 1 at level 3. And but Magnus is the first to level 6. Let's see. So there's no detection, but oh, that's a good stun from Wraith King. Yeah, Disruptor is just so squishy, and that's not gonna happen when in a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. And the Radiant are doing a good job, like constantly rotating their lane, so it's always tri-lane versus tri-lane, giving Luna no room to farm whatsoever. I mean, Luna has 4 last hits at this moment. But saving grace is gonna have to come from Magnus here, I think. OD takes some time to get online. I mean, he doesn't have I don't think he has a game-changing ult when you don't have that much intelligence. He's not really building that much. He only has 1 Astral up on Viper. So even if he hits 6, he's not going to kill. In the tri-lane, we have Puck, fairly low in mana. He's going for the 3 points in Orb build, which is generally better for farming. Not so much for kills. Oh, we have a Hex and a Grip. Let's see if this gets cancelled. Good 2-man stun from the Sand King. Orb goes out, misses, and this might just be a disengage. Ooh, there's a glimpse onto camera. Let's see if there's any follow-up. Nope. That was good. That was a really good 2-man stun to prevent Disruptor from dying again. Let's see up top. We have Lifesteal still topping the network chart. He's actually doing really well. He must be regenning with his mana with Magic Stick charges. Well, should be able to get. I mean, this shouldn't be a death. It's just harass. This is where he makes E-Tiles either choose between his mana or his health by harassing him, forcing him to use Skewer, which is a big chunk of his mana pool. So, bottom lane we have Iron Fist getting dangerously close to level 6. Once he hits level 6, it's going to be really difficult and annoying to deal with. Especially since nobody on the Dire has any mana burning type of ability. Let's in terms of item progression in the mid lane, these guys, Viper's doing a hell of a job denying mid. And ooh, is this gonna be a kill? This shouldn't be. He can banish himself to not take damage from Viper Strike, but I believe he's still dead. Ooh. It's gonna be close. Okay, so they trade each other's lives. Viper got the better exchange out of that, but that's as much as Tradzune could do right there in that situation. There was an attempted gank up top, but Zion quickly jumps into a creep and pops out. Didn't see what was blown. RP was not used. That was some burrow striking. We may see Sand King now just maybe stack, make a stack and then go heal, or vice versa. So that leaves 2 heroes down here, which is if Lifesteal lets his team know, you might see a lot more aggression out here. And here we go. Dream Coil and 2-man Silence, followed by Hex. They're going after different targets, but they're at least going to get 1. So Wraith King gets the kill on Disruptor. Sometimes you do that if you know that you're going to get a kill on one of them, so I don't. It might have been miscommunication. It might have been just trying to be efficient and trying to go for 2 kills. But either way, very smart move, knowing that Sand King has shown himself top, and actually must, so he wouldn't be able to recover. Our mid lane has returned. Viper goes for the phase boots Wraith Band. Does that mean that he's not making a mech for his team? We see OD with the Ring of Regen, which can be either the mech or the Force Staff. I think in this game it's going to be Force Staff. We see Sand King returning to the bottom lane, this time alone, but we have a gank coming up at top, and RP was expended there. And fortunately, he also managed to rage before RP was used. And he infested his own Kree, which means that the Dire was able to deny it. And Cameron just runs into a shockwave. Trying to be a helpful support, but sometimes you gotta let your carries die. That was a good fight, but Tradzoon's in some danger here. Yeah, maybe you didn't expect him to play Pitch Black to have more points in Nether Toxin, but yeah, that's he definitely could have backed away there. All right. Well, that was a good kill at top. You got 2 for 1 RP. So, but unfortunately, Etel's is still not near his Blink Dagger, whereas Puck, on the other hand, laned against him, does have his. So, let's see how things shape up. It'll be very difficult to gank. Oh, Puck blinks into the trees. Let's see if they have a suspicion that he may not have been able to blink far enough, because the Magnus can skewer through that. But I guess they think he just escaped. So, ooh, Sand King's in trouble. And do they have detection? Ooh, they do not. Actually, if Viper just stands in his sandstorm, or like if he had a higher level corrosive skin, and you can just stand in the sandstorm and kill the Sand King. But unfortunately, he went the max Nether Toxin build, looking to get kills off of attacks. Normally, this is the build if you expect to be chasing, and corrosive skin is the build if you expect to be tanking, I guess. Although I think corrosive skin is a much better choice in this situation, because the Dire does have a ton of AoE ults, so you're going to be able to get corrosive skin on all of them, and the difference between 10% slow and 25% slow may be the difference. Alright, so let's see what Lifestealer decided to get. He's going for the phase drums. Ooh, did I miss? So Magnus just got a double kill. So they cleaned up bottom lane. Sorry about that, I missed that. But yeah, it was an RP used, and Sand King must have followed up with a Burrow Strike. That was really big, huh? Sorry I missed that. We have Zion trying to chase down Luna. He does have open wounds, so good block attempt and very good glimpse. Does he get... Oh, very fortunate for Zion, but OD does arrive, and this may... Well, Glimp's going to be off cooldown, so I think Zion's safe. And here comes the counter initiation with an infest target. Oh, actually, that's the death of OD. I don't think he's getting out of there. TP Silver's arriving from Magnus, but oh, he doesn't skewer far enough. But I'm not sure if that would have made a difference. But here comes Pitch Black. Viper strikes the Magnus. Rage is turned on, and they just make short work of him. Man, that good play from the Radiant there. In the meanwhile, we have the 2 supports. Cameron has his level 6. I don't think he's gonna throw it down. Yeah, they see that they have a wagon. They have enough. It was low HP. They can just get that tower for free. You see a rotation going toward mid with Puck and Viper. Maybe they're looking toward... Cameron has his Snake Wards. I expect convergence toward mid lane. Let's see if that's... If the Radiant are thinking the same thing as me. We have... Oh, here comes the zooming in. Turns on Rage. He should think better of this. Glimpse is a really long cast range. Yep, he's going to send them back. And this may be the death of Zion here. I was very optimistic with that. enrage, drum charges.